Shalom, friends. Welcome. We're here to practice Hitbonenut meditation together, which is a very, very different type of meditation than watching our thoughts or feeling our breath. We will start with a few minutes of quieting, just so that we can be more present. Hashkata, literally quieting. But it's really, if you're new to these sessions, it's a very specific type of meditation in the Jewish tradition, Hitbonenut, contemplation, that is really about contemplating either with our eyes open by looking or visualizing with our eyes closed, which we are going to do today. Visualizing creation, all that is alive, so that we can connect to the mystery of the divine. Because that's one of the questions we have existentially, how can I meet God? How can I meet God? The God in Judaism is not visible, is not nameable, is not palpable. But that's the thing, is that the world is a gift, and the world is the gift through which we can see the sparks of the divine, through a flower, through an apple, and today through a dog, through contemplating a dog, contemplating dogs. And maybe you have a dog, and maybe this is really, really going to speak to you, and maybe you don't, and maybe to you it's a weird thing, and a dog feels like not as elevated as, say, for instance, contemplating stars, right? And yet this is exactly where we want to go. We want to really show that through everything that is alive, there is a spark of the divine, a spark of the divine, and perhaps especially really in animals, just like in babies, because they don't have the ego that we do. So they have no filters, and so there is something about the source of life that really shines through them. So let's start by arriving, by taking a few minutes of quieting. And I really want to invite you to commit to these 20 minutes that we have together, to really go through the process together so that we can really make the most of it. So let's come and close our eyes. Perhaps inviting a few deeper breaths. Coming back to the simplicity of breath. Suddenly I set aside all the things I was doing up until now, all the things I will do after this, and all that matters in this moment is to feel the aliveness moving through me, to feel the nishmat chaim, the breath of life, moving through this body. I'm allowing my thoughts to do just what they do. to rise and to pass. I'm not holding on, I'm not pushing away, and so I'm not disturbing the natural movement. I'm actually letting them come out of me, all the thoughts and the memories. I'm enabling this detox, this kind of emptying of my mind so that I can be more present to the meditation we're about to do. And this is really an opportunity, this meditation, to actually open our eyes for real on the world around us. And sometimes we're blind at the beauty and the wonder that surrounds us because we don't see it, we take it for granted. That this is a plant and this is a dog and this is that. It's an opportunity to open our eyes and to really feel the awe and the love that one feels naturally when in front of really the sacredness and the magic of life. And so before we go into this meditation, I just really want to emphasize this. And I want to share with you personally, I used to not have a dog. I have a dog for only 3 years because my husband had a dog when I met him. And I used to just not pay attention to dog. I actually used to not like dogs so much. So I'm lucky that I'm living with a dog. And so he's been an incredible teacher for me, really. And when I see him, I really see life. I see the source of life. I see the divine spark shining through him, really. And so for this meditation, I am very aware that those of us who have a dog may connect much, much faster. And so if you don't have a dog, this may be actually a gift because it may be an opportunity for waking up to a source of wonder and marvel and joy that maybe wasn't there in your life before, like it wasn't there for me before I had a dog, just in your imagination. So if you have a dog, maybe I'll invite you to visualize your dog. And if you don't, maybe to visualize a puppy or like really something that can really bring to you a sense of something so endearing and so cute. So take a moment to visualize for yourself. And notice what brings us so much joy, you know. I heard that in America, 60% of Jewish families have a dog, so it's more than half. And it's not for no reasons that humans really have dogs more and more, and that dogs are being used as therapeutic dogs to help emotional regulation, to help people suffering from trauma. It's because there is something in their presence that is just pure actually. I was going to say pure love and pure enthusiasm and pure faithfulness and playfulness, but it's really pure 3 dots, add yours, just pure. And so taking a moment to connect to that, something that's unmitigated, not ambivalent, They're just like 100%, wanting to play, enthusiastic about, eating the same meal every day, just full enthusiasm. Enthusiasm at going out in the street. And no ego, no ego. And so that there is a lightness in their presence. There is a lightness in a dog's presence that sometimes we don't feel anymore in a human presence, right? And just noticing that there is something unmediated, that there are no filters. When you look at a dog, they're not playing games. They're not trying to look better than you. All these things that humans do, they compare each other. With a dog, it's just, and I'm talking in our relationship with dogs, not dogs with themselves, just our relationship with dogs. That is just faithfulness and love. And you may be aware of the story of the Little Prince of Saint-Exupéry, where there is a fox, and the fox is teaching him how to tame him. And he's really teaching him love. And he says it's all about coming each day and perhaps a little bit closer. So when you think of a relationship one has with a dog, it's a love that is being nurtured by the fact that each day we give food, we take care of them. Excuse me, technology. We take care of them and we give food, and the giving is what creates the love in us, just like in our human relationships. And that's the big teaching of the Little Prince. We love the one we love, not because they're more lovable than others, but because we give to them each day. It's to them that we give. It's the dedication. And so with a dog, the dedication becomes 100% mutual. And a dog will really give their lives to save their master. And so taking a moment for yourself to keep visualizing by yourself, to find what inspires you, what touches you when you picture to yourself your dog or a dog. Really looking, really looking. That's what we do in Hitbonenut. We really bring attention to something that's alive. And suddenly we give ourselves the opportunity to discover really a trace of the divine magic through them, shining through them. So give yourself this opportunity right now in your contemplation. It's for the next 4 minutes or so. And every time you notice your thoughts taking you somewhere else, just remember that it's perfectly normal. And then very gently coming back to this practice of Hitbonenut, of contemplation. Really visualizing a dog, their shiny eyes and their breath. When you hear them sigh, they're waving their tail in joy, their enthusiasm, their affection, their playfulness, their cuteness. There's so many stories of dogs who've actually literally saved their owners' lives by coming to the rescue for them, by communicating with other human beings so that they would come and help. Dogs sometimes that found their owners from kilometers of distance, just coming back to find them. And perhaps there is one midah, one quality that I would like to invite us to focus on today, to keep with us, asking ourselves if we can emulate this midah, this quality, and it's tmimut, the simplicity, the integrity, the purity, not playing games. And so you really have this kind of spark of the source of life shining through them because they're not complicated. They don't feel bad about themselves as we do so often about ourselves, humans. They're just pure presence, pure being, enthusiastic at being alive. And can we learn that from them? Can we learn to come back to simplicity? Just like for small children, simplicity. And this can be felt in the energy, right? They have a lightness in their energy, a brightness, an aliveness. That often when you look around you, the more people age, the more they kind of lose that. And I'm not talking about the body aging, but really the kind of life energy. An enthusiasm that gets lost. A simplicity when it's not the ego who's driving the show. And so remembering that we contemplated really dogs, called the best friend of men, of the human beings, really to meet God again and again and again through something else of creation, something else that is alive. And giving ourselves by this contemplation more and more of opportunities to meet the divine and to marvel at the divine, instead of being kind of oblivious to the grace and the wonder that surrounds us. So the more we learn to open our eyes and see, the more we receive the gifts. That's an invitation to receive these gifts and also to emulate this quality that dogs are teaching us, tmimut and faithfulness. Let's take a breath, friends. And a breath out. Thanking ourselves for making these 20 precious minutes in our day for Hitbonenut meditation. And thank you for meditating with us.